Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from WisdomSeekers.net. Emphasis on the .net, and we're here for the second weekly for this weekend, Friday. Tomorrow we'll do the other two. Earth is what we're working on. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which includes September 1st to the 7th, 2019. And let's just jump into it. The first one is reflection. And it is for Earth. The Earth has been getting really, really good cards lately. A lot of really good things. Hi, Maria. But reflection, that's a very, very important part of learning, is taking things in and allowing them to come back out. So we reflect on them, we think on them, we start to allow it to integrate into ourselves so we know it. So reflecting on, that's not going over in your mind over and over again like a little chimpanzee or a squirrel. It's just allowing the ideas to come into you, settle in, then move on, or just settle in. The very first card is extremely telling for you for this week. It's the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about spirituality, basically, but on a level that many people are not yet at. So you understand what they're doing, you allow them to be where they're at, because what can you do? Nobody moves until they're ready. But you can see much further, understand much more than they can. I'd like to say it's a lonely position, but actually it's not, because your light will draw these people that don't understand. Sometimes they will not be positive. That's life. It should just move on through you. Sometimes they will ask of you questions, and you will have to find the best way to answer them. And that doesn't have to be just about spirituality. That is in actual everything that you deal with in life, because there's no part of your life that is separate from spirituality. If you think your business life is separate from your spirituality, wait until you get a lesson that's directly involved with spirituality in business. All right? Or don't wait. Knowledge it and be prepared. What covers you? The Seven of Pentacles. Now, that's also a very positive card. It's a card of abundance. And as you know things, and when you see things clearly, and you accept the reality for what it is, and that's not making it less than, that's actually making it more than, because every reality, the true reality, is after you get rid of the part that's not healthy, vibrates high, will in fact attract abundance to you. And this is a card of attracting abundance for you, reaping the rewards after putting in the effort. And we have definitely put in the effort. What is behind you? So that's the second major arcana, is the Emperor. And the Emperor, I find the Emperor very difficult to read, because it has two meanings. One, when it's with his woman, he's good and gentle and bendable. Without his woman, he's just the opposite: rigid, non-caring, and logic to a degree that's unbearable. I will have to come back to this and find, because at this point, I don't know what it is. Though my leaning is to the energy of bendable, caring, loving, giving. And the next card is the Fool, which is the third major arcana. And the major arcana for the Fool is new beginnings, radical new beginnings, which, with the High Priestess, of course, are radical new beginnings, because the way she thinks, you've never thought before in this lifetime. Just a week, right? This is just a week, but this is a massive week for understanding, for comprehending what's going on with you. The Fool, on the other hand, doesn't necessarily comprehend, is just excited about the potentials, the possibilities. Why is this happening? Why are you comprehending things? Well, the next one is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is all about bringing pieces of yourself back together so that you form a complete whole. You're not in this little cubicle or this little cubicle or this little cubicle. You're in one cubicle. And so you have more energy to expand on understanding. You do have the understanding. And when you have this piece, and this piece, then they fit in together like a puzzle piece. That gives you more a wider viewpoint, a larger viewpoint, and that's exactly what you want. What will this week entail? I think you're going to be a little bit tired because there's a lot of activity. It's not necessarily talking about physical activity, though you may want to get out and exercise, jog, etc. because it does help your body integrate. There's a lot of physical activity in understanding. First you understand here, then you understand here. Okay, so now I can go back to this, and it is what I suspected. It is the gentle, giving, caring Emperor, which is powerful. We want that. We want the Emperor to come out and be that, because when we have the father energy or the father figure energy in our energy, and it is loving, it makes it easier for us to grow, to love ourselves. So how will the rest of the week fare? Again, we have a very similar card to the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Pentacles, which is we've put in a lot of effort. Now it is time to reap the rewards. Remember, you're reaping the rewards. This is also there should also be points in this week when you relax. Just allow things to come into focus. And how do you do that? You just sit still for a few minutes. Have a cup of coffee. Pretend you're in Paris on the Champs-Élysées. Doesn't matter. Be still just for a few minutes. So 3 major arcana, 4 major arcana. Huge week. This is a week of allowing ourselves to heal. And because you're healing, you will radiate out to other people, and you will radiate out your healing. They will be triggered to heal something in themselves. It might be tiny, minuscule, but it might be that little piece that if it was in a dam, a beaver dam per se, where you take out one piece, the whole dam falls down. So you're doing your own healing. And by healing yourself, you're healing the energy around you. This is a huge week. And I'm going to stop there because the energy shifts and changes to something else. And what did I start out with? Reflections, right? Yeah. And that's all I've been talking about is reflections. And a little bit of solitude. It goes a long way. Not solitude in I'm lonely. Solitude in I choose to be by myself, to give myself a bit of time. Solitude in that you try to stop the monkey mind or the chipmunk and allow yourself not to think. It is in the not thinking, it's being in the present, in this moment, that all the knowledge and the healing and the wow, that's so cool. And again, knowing rushes in. And this Earth has been moving forward at a phenomenal rate for the last 3 weeks. This should be no different. It should be a little smoother, less hiccups. Okay? So that's that reading for today or for this week. Anything, any questions from?
Yeah, we have a couple. Maria Herrera says hi.
Hi, Maria.
Malapale says hi, Elisha and Elle. Hello. Angela H says hello, Elisha. Lori Dotson says hello, Capricorn. Here. Oh, hello, Capricorn here.
Yeah.
Malapale asks, is Gemini my twin flame or soulmate? I would say / soulmate, because I feel like twin flame and soulmate are the same.
Not quite.
Not quite? Okay. Are we destined to be together?
Well, if he's your soulmate, yeah, you just want him as a friend. You don't want a soulmate as a you don't, because I guess it would be twin flame I'm talking about. Soulmates, you have a dozen soulmates at the same time. You have a soulmate in a dog, you can have a soulmate in a teacher, somebody you feel good together with. And they're okay to marry. Twin flames, on the other hand, yeah, don't want to marry them. You can be good friends, but when it comes to that intimate a relationship, anything that's stucking up, they're going to hit it because they know you so well. And for 3 months, it would be, oh my God, what a wonderful relationship. And after that, it's when, oh my God, do we ever stop talking? Do we ever stop and just enjoy each other? If he's a soulmate, you want to run the other direction, please. Friendships are great. See them. I know of people who will fly across the world to meet their soulmate for 1 day a year, and that's all they require. Soulmates are extremely difficult. Let me ask. And I think you're in luck. I do not believe he's a soulmate. He could be, a twin flame, pardon my English. He could be a soulmate, and soulmates can be a lifetime. They can also be seasonal. But I see a spark in his eye looking at you, a gleam of knowledge, like, yeah, this could be fun. So hopefully he's a soulmate and you have fun. And I didn't really answer your question. I just said potential is there that he is a soulmate.
Lori Dotson adds, I'm leading my own life. I love this reading. I feel I have no worries with money. She also says, drop a like on the video and sending love and light to you all.
Thank you very much, Lori.
And she also adds, I want a one. Mama Pale says, my daughter is a Virgo, but she's still a kid. She also adds, thanks so much, Elisha and Elle. You're welcome. I didn't really do much except read your question, but you're welcome.
You add to the energy a lot.
And
my daughter's actually a really powerful reader, energy worker.
About it.
She's just, yeah, you don't want to ask her, not directly. But I do when I get stuck, I ask her.
Islake Stars says, hello, Elisha. Does Brent seriously want a committed relationship with me?
I believe he does. Because I see him, he's standing with his both hands on both hips, leaning slightly forward, looking at you, and kind of well, he looks like he's nagging, to be honest. You have to be sure this is exactly what you want, because if I'm reading him correctly, you do not walk away from this man easily. And he seems to think you should know what he wants. He's a little bit, what? You should know. This is how I feel. So, which means he's probably not a huge talker. So if you want somebody who talks out their emotions, good luck. But he does appear to be interested, quite interested. And since the last time, the energy has indeed shifted a little bit. It happens when I'll answer a question that the energy does shift. Right in the middle of the reading, which is really a pain in the butt, because then I have to reread it, right? Okay.
Maria Herrera asks, what is she thinking about me? She apologized for what she did. Thanks.
It was very difficult for her to apologize, and it was as close to her heart as she could make it. And she definitely would like the energy to be better between the two of you. Unfortunately, she's not 100% sure she can maintain better. Not because of you, because of herself. But she has a tendency to kind of beat herself up a bit. So, which probably means there's a lot of mind chatter, which when you've got mind chatter, you say stupid things to yourself, and there can be backsliding, back and forthing a bit. All right. I don't get anything else on that.
La Hammer. I have to get that H in there.
Yeah, my daughter grew up in her formative years in Mexico, and in Mexico they don't use the H sound, so she has the hardest time saying Hawaii and things like that. It's quite hilarious.
Says, hi, I'm a Sag. Will my relationship start with a Virgo? Will my relationship start with the Virgo? He calls me but never asks me out.
Hang just 1 minute. I apologize. Hi, honey. I'm on a live. Is it important?
She never ignores her children.
I don't. Okay, bye. I never say no to my kids. Well, that's not true.
You never know how important something is.
That's true. My
Especially
kids,
with my sisters.
My kids sometimes have hair-raising experiences. Okay, I apologize for that. Virgo, with hammer.
Yeah.
Is it hammer or hummer?
La Hammer.
La Hammer.
La Hammer.
Cool.
I read it wrong the first time.
That's cool. I like La Hammer too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're not doing enough. Pardon me. You're not doing enough. She is. She's giving you all the signals and you're just not seeing them. Because I'm seeing her, she's looking over her eyes, over her shoulder, batting her eyes, flashing her eyes at you, and so I'm assuming that you're the male energy, and I tell women to drop the hanky, go find a hanky and give it to her. Maybe she needs something fixed on her car. If you're a Hummer, you probably have a big truck, or go tell her, hey, can I check your tires?
Oh, it's a him.
Okay, great. So, can I check your tires? You don't want to drive on overinflated tires. It's just as dangerous as underinflated. Find a hanky. Do something. Take her a coffee.
Him.
The Virgo's a he.
They're both he.
Oh, pardon me. Okay.
It's a him.
But he's still the male energy,
Yeah,
right?
no. I'm just
Okay.
helping.
Okay, my apologies. It's just so.
Oh, no. So they're not both him? I'm sorry. I think I confused both of us.
Yes, me specifically.
So maybe La Hammer is a she. Okay. I'm a girl. He's the guy.
Okay, but you're still the stronger personality.
Point still stands.
This point still stands. Go out there and I apologize deeply for messing that up, but the energy is still much the same. You are without the doubt the more powerful of the energy of the two. You will be kind of carefully the boss. And again, like I said, you're not doing quite enough. So it must have been you. I'm seeing, look, flashing your eyes backwards at him. But
ask him. Sorry.
I actually agree with my daughter in this case. Virgos are really very particular. But in this case, I think you want to do a little role reversal.
She says, I do, but he doesn't walk forward.
Yeah.
Doesn't go forward.
Yeah. And okay, now this is a very strange image. Quite often Virgos like solitude, which with solitude can mean they might like fishing. Invite him on a fishing date or something similar to that. A walk in nature might be safer than going fishing. I personally have always enjoyed fishing. I don't catch fish, but I enjoy it. I think he's playing a little bit of games with you. Not the games of, I don't want to get caught. Games of let's keep this going, this part of the stage going for a little while. Be patient. And there will be a time when you want to turn and walk away. But make sure he knows you're walking away so that he can follow. I feel that the energy between the two of you is very playful. And you want to take him and bang him over the head at times. I don't blame you. Because he is also a tease. Virgos, my understanding of Virgos are that they take a long time to make up their minds. Show him the side of you that is your dominant side, because that's what he's attracted to. He likes you as you are, but he's not a player, but he's being a player with you. I'm sure that makes absolutely no sense. But I do, the energy between you two it's light and funny. Enjoy the light and funny. One thing, I know this is really dumb image. You know those Jack in the Boxes that you open it and it pops out and scares you?
Dun, 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 dun.
Do something like that.
Pop out of a big cake.
No, not you. A can.
Oh. You mean like the faux?
Yeah, the little things that you do,
butter,
and then it pops out a clown or something. Something like that. Something that tickles his funny bone. because the energy between you, there's a lot of energy between you. Okay.
I think we just gave her an idea for a birthday present.
Oh,
She
perfect.
goes, LOL, his birthday is coming up.
Awesome. Love to hear that story.
She also agrees with you that he is a big tease.
Yeah, and he likes the jokes. So as long as you can take the jokes, and sometimes I know you want to beat them. So I find the best way to deal with that is when they do that, you just turn around and say, I really want to hit you right now, and let it go.
She adds, that's a good idea. Probably about the birthday present. And so Lori Dotson asks if she knows her twin flame.
You might, but my feeling is your twin flame it's still coming. I suspect you're going to turn around, and in the next month you're going to find your life has shifted dramatically, and a lot of that which has been held in stagnation is going to be moving forward, and it will be leap and bounds. So I think even with the person, you don't really know them well. Okay.
Terry Avalos asks, hello, how will my relationship with Arthur go? By the way, thank you for your answer last time about my dog Celeste. Everything you said happened and he is now healed.
Oh, awesome. So what was the guy's name again?
Arthur. So Arthur Conan Doyle.
So it's a good week for relationships, it seems. I can't promise that things are going to happen, but the energy has lightened up. The guys are not running scared like they usually are, which is a relief because, saying time after time after time, they're scared. It's not fun. He's come a long way. I think you asked about him once before, and his energy has come a long way since then. There's more positivity in it. He's more sure of himself. He is more sure of himself, but at the same time, not as high. There's a very small percentage is still hesitant, not because of you, but because of relationships before when things did not go well. I mean, everybody's got it. Everybody has these hang-ups that they're afraid to bring into the new relationship. And it is not actually about you at all. But he's going, dang, yeah. He's almost got the courage up. Almost, okay?
She actually adds that, yeah, I already asked, and we are together as a couple, but it's still really new.
Okay, so he really wants it, but he's still afraid because like he said, he stamped his foot, one foot, not both feet, one foot, and said, "Dang, yes." So I think just go very carefully and very slowly for the time being. And I'm really glad you're together because he doesn't feel like a horrible person. He feels some of the people, they ask about their guys, and I'm going, oh, please don't go out with that person. I don't get that from him. But he's still skittish. I guess in a nutshell, he's still skittish. Good, but it doesn't feel horrible.
Lori Dotson says, "You're an awesome lady. You remind me of my mom. She was always there for me."
Thank you. That's an honor.
Sunny Delight, a new commenter,
Yeah.
says, Will I ever be gainfully employed again, and will I ever find love again? Or will it find me?"
So, as for gainfully employed, I need a description of that because my answer to that is absolutely not. You're not going to ever be in the same kind of job that you've done before. My feeling when I talked to you, Sunny Delight, was that you're meant to do something completely different than what you're looking for. Maybe an online consultant, maybe a psychic. I don't know, but there's something new, and look somewhere else because that is where your energy is going. It could be people do some consulting. They make thousands of dollars per consultation. I'm not sure what I can't exactly see what it is for you. I do know gainfully employed, self-employed is what you're looking for. Love. So when I see Sunny Delight, I automatically went back to the old song, and I'm still getting images from the old song. There is something there coming for you, romance-wise. It has to do with you accepting yourself for whom you are, and not trying to be traditional, because you're not traditionally traditional, right? And many of us, I don't know how old you are, but with your even past 30, we've been trained up to be follow the norms, follow the way the rules are. You're not that person. Don't try. Don't go robbing any banks exactly, but be yourself. Good luck. I'd like to hear from you again. I want to know if something went click and you said, I would love to fill in the blank.
Megan McCarthy, hello again.
Hi.
Thanks again for being here and your wonderful energy. I love your name, by the way. So beautiful the way it's spelled.
I like it.
Any insights on what's going on with the inflammation around my eyes?
Okay. Usually an energy starts. So for instance, you've got a sore throat, you don't want to talk, you're not saying something you should, or you're saying too much. Inflammation around your eyes, about your sight. There's something that you probably do not want to hear. Also, I suspect it has a little bit to do in the physical, and I'm not a doctor. Highly recommend doctors, good ones. Is allergies. It appears that you're allergic to something, and I'm going to go back to spirituality again. It's a physical allergy that is caused because it's not something that's good for you in the spiritual energy. Again, something you're not looking at. It has to do inside, not outside. And when you figure it out, you're going to laugh out loud because it's a simple fix. Also, if you don't go to the doctor, go to a health food store and cut out white sugar. Yeah, easier said than done. I know. Good luck.
Okay. Tari says, thank you. Natalie Davis says, will my finances increase anytime soon?
Nancy Davis?
Davis. Natalie Davis.
Natalie. Okay. Spiritual day today. There's something in your childhood. Go down, talk to your inner child, 8 years old to 4 years old, where you were told, probably by a significant care provider, you're never going to make any money. All right. Go down, talk to your inner child, look around. It might take 2 or 3 times or 4 or 5 times, or it might be overnight. Talk to your inner child, explain that you are capable of making money, you have the right to make money, and that person was totally wrong. And tell the inner child you're the one in charge. Good luck. That will make a difference in how money comes to you. And right now, the energy is such that you can make this stuff happen really quickly and really easily. All right.
Next.
Yes.
So just 2 more questions. If we don't get to your question, come back tomorrow.
We've got water and air to do.
And if not,
we have a phenomenal reader tomorrow on Wisdom Seekers Facebook.
page.
Her name, Facebook page. It's not the site, the Facebook page. Her name's Maria Del Luna, and she is amazing. Amazing. I know I helped train her.
And on Monday we have a half hour
On
Q&A
here?
with Erin.
Not half an hour. I would be
A full hour.
I think so. It's on YouTube. It's full hour.
Okay.
On Monday, and Sunday night we're going to have on Wisdom Seekers Facebook. We're going to have a lady who is phenomenal about diet and health and things and looking after yourself. Hi,
Okay.
Debbie.
So we're getting a couple more questions. Pink drop. If you get it in real quick, yes, you can ask a question.
And then we stop.
We're wrapping it up pretty after we answer the last bit of questions.
Okay. Did we miss one when I started rambling?
No.
You
Question
sure?
mark? All right. So first off, we got Natalie. Oh, chocolate. Mammy retracted her question.
Okay.
So I will, unless that was YouTube, if that's the case, repost it, please.
Or come back tomorrow. But I highly recommend Maria Del Luna. She's a written answer, but my God, she's
fabulous.
She's fabulous.
All right.
I know.
I'm gonna, yeah. So Reese Wari asks, is the Pisces my twin flame? Are we destined to be together?
Well, as I said earlier, Pisces, twin flames, probably not destined to be together. You want him to be a soulmate, much, much better. You want him more than anything, you want him to be a friend. But let's ask. What I can tell you is Pisces does care for you a great deal. Is kind of looking puppy dog eyes at you. Don't honestly think you're twin flames. And as I said earlier, you really don't want a twin flame as your lover. You want them as a friend. And there's many reasons for that. Okay? But this person appears to care greatly for you. Can't say yet that it's love, but it's close. Okay?
Debbie, just double checking that I'm not missing a question in between. Debbie asks, can I learn to do what you do with a $2 New Zealand dollar super chat?
with $2.
New Zealand.
I'm joking.
Oh.
I made a joke.
Mhm.
Of course you can. Anybody can do what I do. Having said that, message me and I will talk to you. Because what I do, I work my butt off to do it. I do. I constantly working every day to improve my skills. And I have been doing this for 40, I'm going to say 8 years. I was
Since you were
19.
19.
So I've been doing
Somebody
it.
do the math for her.
Yeah, please, because math and I don't get along. I'm 67, almost 68 next month, not September, but the month after. Um, I've been doing it a long time. Yes, you can learn to do it much faster than me, and because the energy is less dense. In fact, this week the energy is even less dense than last week, so the chances of becoming a superstar, if you want to, it's high. And yes, absolutely anybody can become in tune with the universe. And I don't like the word psychic, to be honest. I use it because everybody knows it, but what I do is beyond psychic. It's sometimes it's just straight out psychic, right? But then you've got a 50-50 chance of being right. What I do is I commune with the universe. I actually talk directly to the people. And after a while, they get to know I'm doing it and start being a little snotty about it sometimes. I had one guy said, "Don't you do that to me." And then he turns around and talks to me, right? So it's quite funny. I have a theory about that, actually. I'd love to share sometime. Again.
So Debbie adds, ha, and yes, I feel lighter. And our last question for tonight, again, if we didn't get to your question, join us tomorrow.
And we do apologize for jumping.
Yeah.
We don't do it intentionally ever.
And so Pink Drop asks,
Oh, I like that name.
how will my university practicum go? I'm studying to be a teacher.
Well, the first energy I got was, wow, good. But let me ask. My impression is that your practicum leaders are the teacher that you're going to be working with is going to be very, very pleased and impressed with you. And having said that, don't be so darn good that you scare her out of her job, that she's scared she'll lose her job to you. Make sure you include her along the way. You have the energy of up and presenting, and you're really sociable, and the kids like you. Don't watch carefully that each child will be up for the level of energy that you have. Some of them will be intimidated and scared, so pull back. Be aware of each individual child. And I don't see any of the children, if you do that, I don't see any of the children not learning from you, because they like what you've got to offer. They like the joie de vivre, and learning something with humor, or wow, this is so cool, or what is your story? Can you add to it? If they're the kind of people that communicate well, then you will have at least one child in there that is borderline autistic, will have to be treated differently. Doesn't mean that person doesn't love what you're doing. You will have, and it might be that this person has not been diagnosed, but there is one in there that is autistic. That one you can actually touch so deeply that it changes his life around. I'm not 100% sure teaching is your thing. You might want to, if you can, also look into being a teacher counselor, not counselor for teachers, counselor for kids, because you have a way with reaching people. Just an idea, but I think it's going to go swimmingly. Be always be careful though. You, with the kind of vivaciousness you have, there is always going to be somebody who's a little bit jealous, and that's expected. Find out who that person is. Bring them a donut or croissant. Okay? Make them feel good about themselves. Everybody responds to positivity on some level. And have fun and good luck. I talked a lot. Okay.
Yes, you did. And on that note,
On that note, I get to say goodbye and go have supper, right?
and then walk the dogs.
And walk the dogs. They were quiet today. Namaste, namaskar. And thank you ever so much. And Pink Drop says thank you, Elle.
Yes. You're welcome.